How do I make a flat list out of a list of lists? If your list of lists comes from a nested list comprehension, the problem can be solved more simply / directly by fixing the comprehension. Please see Python list comprehensions, compressing a list of lists. The most popular solutions here generally only flatten one level of the nested list. See flatten an irregular, arbitrarily nested, list of lists for solutions that completely flatten a deeply nested structure, recursively, in general.
Given a list of lists L, which means is faster than the shortcuts posted so far. L is the list to flatten. Here is the corresponding function. As evidence, you can use the timeit module in the standard library. Explanation: the shortcuts based on plus, including the implied use in sum, are, of necessity, OL2 when there are L sublists, as the intermediate result list keeps getting longer. At each step a new intermediate result list object gets allocated, and all the items in the previous intermediate result must be copied over, as well as a few new ones added at the end. So, for simplicity and without actual loss of generality, say you have L sublists of I items each. The first I items are copied back and forth L1 times, the second I items L2 times, and so on. Total number of copies is I times the sum of x for x from 1 to L excluded, i.e., I, L2/2. The list comprehension just generates one list, once, and copies each item over, from its original place of residence to the result list, also exactly once.
You can use itertools.chain, or you can use itertools.chain.from_iterable, which doesn't require unpacking the list with the operator. This approach is arguably more readable than item for sublist in L for item in sublist, and appears to be faster too. Note from the author: this is very inefficient, but fun, because monoids are awesome. Sum sums the elements of the iterable XSS, and uses the second argument as the initial value, for the sum. The default initial value is 0, which is not a list. Because you are summing nested lists, you actually get 1 plus 2 4, as a result of sum. 1 3 2 4, which is equal to 1 3 2 4. Note that only works on lists of lists. For lists of lists of lists, you'll need another solution.
I tested most suggested solutions with perflot, a pet project of mine, essentially a wrapper around timeit, and found to be the fastest solution, both when many small lists and few long lists are concatenated. Operator.iadd is equally fast. A simpler and also acceptable variant is if the number of sublists is large, this performs a little worse than the above suggestion. Code to reproduce the plot.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.